And that's the government's fault. This is supposed to be a prosperity country. People are supposed to be able to have families, you know what I mean, and get on with their life. That's what this country's about. That's what this country used to be about, is raising a family, you know what I mean, and looking after your family. But you physically can't do that when you're on the street.
Felt my pulse this morning to see if it still beats, but it gets weaker when you sleep on the streets. Whenever I lay down,
well, you see, they don't want to sleep in their own room now anymore, where they went to bed no problem for me when I had me rented accommodations. And since I lost it, they're so scared because they don't know where they are. And
circumstances, Donna? How did you find yourself homeless?
Because my landlord had to sell up, and they were first-time buyers, so I couldn't rent. They can't rent out to first-time buyers that buy a new house is not allowed rent out.
All right.
It's a law, like.
That's the first I've ever heard of that one, but
yeah.
That's
what I got told by the fella that was selling the property.
All right.
HWP.
Yeah. What's your daily routine, Donna? Like?
Your daily routine is I get up at 6:30 in the morning. I get my kids washed and dressed. I have to buy them a cereal bar because if I give them cereal, we'd be late for school. Okay. So I get the Lewis at about 7:10. Then I get the Lewis to the square. I get the bus from a square up to the school because the kids are vomiting from getting the bus. So it's costing me €25 a day to bring them to school, just so they're not sitting in school after getting sick and stuff, you know that way, like it's trauma for them. And then plus it's like an hour and whatever to get up there, do you know that way?
Yeah.
And then I drop the kids to school, then I have to hang around Tala all day to collect my kids, and then we travel home and we go home about 4:30 then, and they're out of school from 2:30.
So basically you can't just go straight.
I can't go home and wait to go collect my kids and tidy up and clean and or prepare dinner or anything. I have to wait until I collect the kids to go home, because if I went back to Tala, I'd be just straight home. I wouldn't be able to do that, and so I'd be wasting my journey and more bus fare that I can't afford.
Yeah. And do you have to be out at a certain time?
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm okay, like that kind of carry on. It's no time set of coming and going, but there is strict rules, and you have to clean and keep the place, you know, as well as you got it type thing.
How do you find it for stability, like for your kids? What ages are they?
Well, you see, they don't want to sleep in their own room now anymore, where they went to bed no problem for me when I had me rented accommodations. And since I lost it, they're so scared because they don't know where they are, and it's change and it's uproot, and they don't like it, you know. Especially my oldest too, boys. Like the little fella doesn't really say much about it, but the oldest fella is affecting very, very bad, like, you know, because I've always had a home. And unfortunately I just couldn't find another place to rent, so I had to go the homeless route, and I'd no family to take me back in or anything like that, you know that way.
So what services would you like to see put in place, and what would you like to see happening with
what I'd like to see happening is the council building more properties, because I haven't seen them building. And I'm sure they owned a bit of land to build more houses, because there's obviously not enough houses in this country for the people that's in it. You know, that kind of a way, because if there was, I wouldn't be struggling in the homeless accommodation right now. You know that way, like I'm on the housing list since March 08. I've had 3 children. My children range from 8, 6 and 4 is my youngest, and I am struggling to get a council property. I am struggling. I'm being told no, I have to wait, and I know I'm due a home. I know I am, and there's nothing to stop me from being offered a home. But unfortunately I'm just not, and I'm going to TDs the past 3 years. I've went to 5 different TDs. I've rang up about loads of boarded up houses in the past 3 years. Then I rang and asked the council to buy me property before it got sold, so I didn't have to become homeless, and I could have rented off them then forever, you get me?
Yeah.
But no, they didn't buy it, and so, do you know, that kind of way, so
you're just finding it's a day-to-day struggle?
Yeah, it's horrible. I've only stopped crying, you know, I've only stopped getting upset. It's very hard when your child is lying in bed at 12 at night with the lights off and he's crying by himself, not even letting you know that he's crying, do you know that way?
Yeah, so it's hard. Life on the street isn't for children either.
No, I know we're not on the street, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same. We've no structure. We're had to have a routine for like 9 years, and none of that now, do you know what I mean? We just, you know, that kind of a way where the kids are not allowed to play out, they're combined to a 2-bed apartment, and you know what I mean? And then they're blaming me because I'm not allowed to let them out, and for fresh air and you know what I mean. And then throughout the summer I had to be bringing them out every day because I couldn't keep them stuck in, you know, that kind of way. And it was costing me a fortune because I had to pay for 4 people in and out on buses and into places and for eating and everything, you know, that kind of a way.
So what more, Donna, would you like to see being done to help the homeless situation?
I'd just like the government to get out and literally get up off their backsides and get out and help the homeless, you know, that way, and build and fix up properties that are boarded up. There's a lot of them, and you know, that sort of way, and just start helping their own as well at the same time, you know, that way.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking to us, Donna.
Thanks very much for letting me speak.
I hope you have a look in the future with a home for you and your kids.